I always been ahead of my time, and on the section, oh, I'm a living legend in mine ever since the black Acura. I done been a factor, bro, I ain't on your page, and I don't age like Dracula. Per capita, yeah, I hated some and loved some. I'm the one your favorite West Coast rappers got the dub from in white t-shirts, fitting tight around the neck. Go do the right research, and nigga, you might wanna check about this east side pedigree. Who do it better than me? Blue and red and black and brown unity setting us free from mental slavery genocide. Every time you finna ride against your own damn people, brother Cam, he been a guy. Back to the right path, do the black and white math. Who the man been risking his neck for his brother like Shaq? Protection for the sisters and the brethren in that east side Watts and Compton section. I'm a legend. Yeah. But I won't sleep. Cause I'm a big deal where I'm from. My whole city proud of what I become. I'd rather sit my time in the don't play around. So you good. On God. Get it.
Definition of a legend. A genius. Giant. Luminary. Phenomenon.
Look.
Like Nipsey the Great.
Hey man, I'm rusty as they come straight up out of Compton, where they get that flag hanging and that gang banging from. Not the legend of Zelda, but like the legend of Mahalia Jackson. G'd up for y'all satisfaction.
Yeah. Hey, chill, let these niggas know the real.
Like niggas on the block getting they starter cap peeled. This was back in the day. Thunderbird, Kool-Aid, Ben Davis was the latest in the fresh ball fade. Now I push a navigator up the block. Life for success from a world of cooked up rocks. Strawberry cluck bitches sucking cocks. I'm a California classic like classic Reeboks.
Yeah. Cortez on my feet for the streets. Letting niggas know I got heat, so don't tweak. I got food for thought like Uber Eats. 6x9s on a silver blue elite. The Minotaur, I roam amongst the elite. Yeah. We just legends, live it, love it, pledge it. This is what I'm pledging. Coming from the section where nobody respected it until we made them respect it.
Make them come up out that necklace. Went from living reckless to a West Coast legend.
Microphone check it, and now we all grown, we don't smash on our own connection.
But I won't sleep. Yeah, cause we a big deal where we from. The whole state proud of what we become.
I'd rather sit my time in the don't play around. So you know what's G.O.D.
Right, cause we a big deal where we from. The whole land proud of what we become. Yeah. Watts, Compton, Los Angeles, in the building, South Central. You hear me? All the surrounding hoods. You know what? This is what it's about. It's time to give respect where respect is due. You understand me? Legends. Do you got any legends from your town? From where you from? Well, give them some respect, my nigga.
Rest up, Kobe. Legend.
Yeah, East Side. My name Gangsta Rich Cup. I'm here to introduce Snoop Dogg, Trey D, Goldie Low, and Bush Cassidy, and me siders. Welcome to my city. Let's do this, fellas.
Wow, wow. What's up, Cat?
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some motherfucking Doghouse Battlecat collaboration right here. You know this motherfucker bang out this bitch. Straight West Coast style. Peep the script. I bang with the gang that don't need no intro. We run from East Long Beach to West South Central. Credentials to kick flows and rip shows. Dip foes and pimp hoes while the end don't blow. You know that West Coast low mentality. Focused on reality but living in a whole nother galaxy. We keep it straight hard but go at the spot. Bang and snatch chains in the parking lot. Don't matter, it still be fine hoes together. Pick about the thickest bitch and I got to have her. It's routine to coop clean, let's hit the show. You know we all fucking once they glimpse the pole. Grip the satin in my hand, pack the gat on my lap. Cause it's hating when you're skating and your pockets is fat. Don't act for a minute like your ass surprised. Just recognize the real way the gangsters ride.
If it ain't chronic, don't blaze it up. And if it ain't a Chevy, don't raise it up. You know we keep it banging, don't fake the funk. So all the real niggas stay gangstered up. We making paper suckers only claim to touch. By sticking to the script and never changing up. You know we keep it banging, don't fake the funk. Keep it real, motherfuckers, stay gangstered up.
J-Dee, J-Dee Lope, Butch Cassidy, and my homies. All of them. Reputable. Where we from up in here, baby?
East Side! Yeah, for sure.
We got all generations up in here representing that East Side. Snoop, it's a beautiful thing y'all doing, man. Really, you know? You get to see firsthand what we was doing. And then you turned it into an art and you the world up.
It's going down, motherfuckers. Like that. Sound like Battlecat. Been upstairs with Zach. And the knocking don't stop. I hope nobody don't call the cops. It don't stop. The beat to make you pop lock. Not better yet, cause the shit'll keep your Glock cocked. You think I'm tripping? Fool, I ain't bullshitting. You better read up on the shit to keep the latest non-fiction. Watch out for the friction. This West Coast on mine and fuck anybody dissing. Listen, doghouse out cause I'm a gangster crib. See walking holding on the extra clip. Now you wanna be a friend, but you gon' make me unload and slap the other clip in, reload. You wanna go toe to toe, set my pistol down on the ground, on the pound, nigga, hell no.
I'm saying gangsta up, cause it just lives in me. And when I've seen enough, I guess that's when I'll free somebody. Once said, when really see, nigga don't speak on me.
Don't speak on me, homie.
I won't stop, so let me be.
Yeah.
We all from the street, somebody.
What's up, fellas? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, Herbie?
Cracking what you got?
Yeah, we politics, homeboy, and really saying it was about big dollars, you know what I'm saying? And we got more knowledge than we had in the beginning.
We the East Side. East Side up, East Siders.
Man, that bomb.
Yeah, let's kick this off like this, y'all.
I'm a Long Beach East Side mad ass lunatic, gang bang, slap a bitch nigga out to get a grip. On the grind, getting mine, ask the homies on the 9-2-0. You know, we still on niggas who talk bitch shit. Real niggas feel this, let's get rich. Under the sun, with the young 2-1s, TLC, and all the DPGs. Down for whatever, whoever wanna see me now. You looking like me, I guess you wanna be me now. It take a whole lot to be Snoop Dogg Dub. You gotta put it down and always stay G'd up. All-star shoes with the G apparel. If I fall in the club, I might bust a pair of Stacy abs. You never catch me looking R&B. I might be in a 3-piece suit looking way OG. Blazing the apples with the homie cat, a rough dog. Cause I love putting hustlers on the map. I keep it gangster for show though, low. And always got the motherfucking dodo smoke. For all my lokes and kin folks, this is for y'all. Let me hit something, dog. Beware my click. We hopping and dropping, nothing but the gangster shit. If it ain't chronic, don't blaze it up. And if it ain't a Chevy, don't raise it up. You know we keep it banging, don't fake the funk. For all my real niggas, stay gangstered up. We making paper suckers only claim to touch. By sticking to the script and never changing up. You know we keep it banging, don't fake the funk. Keep it real, motherfuckers, stay gangstered up. Gangsta, doghouse. Something for the 9-5 plus 4 pennies. J-Dee, J-Dee Lope. Yeah, my nigga Battlecat on the beat. Busters for life. Yeah, yeah. West side. Yeah. You can't spell the West without the ES. Oh yeah, we connecting, y'all. That's how we do it. And we out.
I came to the hood to find the realest East Siders I could find, which is J-Dee, the biggest OG from the eye that I know that flows to the fuzz. Lil J-Dee Lope from the dub, the hardest young homie up out the set. And if it's new talented people out there, if it's dope, holler at me. If it's weak, keep that. That's real on the East Side. I don't if you is from the East Side. If it's weak, I ain't with you.
Man.
Yo, what up? What up? What up? My name is Bebop 40 Ounce Mad Dog the Third. Uno, dos, presso. That's right. I take after my daddy. He was a gangster. And check it out. You too can be a gangster. It's all in my kit. Hey, Liam. Hey. That's right. Learn how to get your proper sag on. You know what I'm saying? Hats. Learn how to represent with your true colors. Your khakis, your rag, your dice, your lokes. Hold up, I'm getting a page. Oh, that's my homeboy Looney. I guess he want another kick. But anyway, last but not least, learn how to get your proper stroll on. all you gotta do is call me at 1-800, I wanna be a gangster. That's 1-800, I wanna be a gangster. Peace. All right, cut it, man. Cut it off.
Tell me
coming crazy without the 9. Fat sketch busting, caps and 9 clips. Without all that on their hits, cause I know if they didn't, I think they wouldn't listen. I know something from nothing, leave nothing. So nigga quit front and say something. How many times can you say you shot someone? How many times can you say you got someone? It really ain't nothing else to do but shake to the spot and get a root and trip off the that you're making. Ain't worth saying, ain't worth playing. But yes, I think I got him down, see. Don't know, so you got him clown, G. But guess I'm like really like ready to bank ya for posing the breaker like a gangsta. You gotta do is just chill for a minute and let the real niggas deal with it. How many times can you say you broke off some? How many times can you say you loafed on some? Get it done, let's just cut to the waist, don't chase. Cause rap ain't all about cussing and bass. What about the good hood times? Being good hood times, so I sang the good hood rhymes. But people don't slip cause they trip. Tying niggas up in the mix. Cause if you act like your life is in that video, then you're just a video hoe. Also, slip again, I'ma snatch you up by the Pendleton. Braids and Kroger Saxon, take you to the back end. Start banking you from the true bankster. For your pranking, your prankster, playing like a gangster. Realize this is not nothing new for a truth, but I know the real it feels like ya say you must do it or do it in your music. You act like you AK and Mac 10 is squabbing, but it's just squabbing. How many times can you say you slip off some? How many times can you say you chipped off some? And there's nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide, even when they make you who ride. No, I really don't care about the usage of the slang, cause the homies know that you don't bang. You need to get work done, some get sprung, quick to get tossed up, quick to get their mouth socked up. And there's no need to get knocked out by the knockout bank stuff, opposing the pranking like a gangster.
Just want to say, Jazz, that as far as the remorse, I have a great deal of remorse. I got a lot of people that look up to me, and I don't want the last place for them to see me is in jail.
Man, what came first, y'all, the sucker or the player? Cause the way y'all get down now, I'd rather be a square. What happened to the days when we could just spit bars? Nowadays it's all about being killers and forming cars. We gotta take it back to the days when it mattered. I can murk you with these verbals, but it was just a rap battle. Now y'all get all your feelings hurt. Now y'all wanna put in work. I don't understand it, bro. You and them little children shirt. We different with the element that complements the melanin. Me and Dazzy D, so chuckify. Go on, tell him, man. West Coast legends with legendary material. Lynch mob affiliates. Yup, these dudes original. Behind the bars, get ready for chow. Flash the light, flag the tower. I'm ready right now for the next 90 minutes. Real talk, no gimmicks. For hip hop junkies and homies that get visits. Yeah. By the boys.
That's J-Dee. So trucker by
Dazzy D.
So trucker by
Dazzy D.
That's J-Dee.
Yeah. West Coast Wednesday in the building, y'all. This is your man, So Chuckified, hailing from the KY, the 502. Y'all don't know about that. You don't want to know about that. Believe me, Red State, man, I don't even know what to say. Look, we got a huge show tonight. We've already seen a young Dazzy D. Young Dazzy D before he got glasses. He had that hair braided up. He looked tight. Let's ask him about that. Dazzy D, what's up, player?
Gee, what's happening with you, brother? So Chuckified.
Hold up now. So that was you. There were people in the chat. They were like, is that Dazzy D? Is that really Dazzy? Was that you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was a young Daz. You know what I'm saying? A young
How long
Daz.
ago was that?
Where's My Receipt album, produced entirely by DJ Battlecat. Shout out to my nigga DJ Battlecat.
Yeah, man. We need to get him on the show.
Yes, sir.
We need to get that brother on the show sometime.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Hopefully we can get him on soon.
Man, I'm telling you, all those Battlecat tracks tonight I had lined up that you sent over, I appreciate. Man, dude is just crazy talented. Crazy talented.
Hey, man, look. Hey, man, he blessed the West Coast. He blessed the world with so much that funk, man. It's just ridiculous, brother. Cat is really one of those cats, man, that's so blessed and talented at what he do. You know what I'm saying? He's just dope, man.
Yeah, man. We're getting ready to bring on another guy.
That's J-Dee.
What's up, J-Dee?
Man, salute. What's up, Daz? What's up? What you Chuckified? What's cracking, y'all? What's the deal? We back at it again.
Yeah, man.
Some more of it. You know, I talked about that behind the scenes a couple of seconds ago, right? And I asked BC, what's off limits? What can't we talk about, homie? He said, J-Dee, ain't no controversy around my name. I'm like, fuck, it ain't never been no drama around the cat, bro. Man. And that ain't right, though. Ain't never been no drama. Man, we back, though. Another one. Shout out to Battlecat. You said you hope we can get him one day? Guess what? He here, y'all.
Damn, that's what's up.
Here. Yeah, you say you hope we can get him one day. God damn it, he here. I didn't even go live from a roof of a building today. I sat in the car because it was raining. It was raining dogs and whistles.
Hey.
Hell yeah. Raining dogs and whistles all day. I'm like, I can't do this on the roof of a building. I sat in the car like, you know what? I'm going to do my promo for the show today. How y'all doing? How y'all brothers week, man? How y'all been since last week, man? What's been happening? What's going on? Y'all know y'all checked out the news. What's happening?
Going on, man. All type of crazy, man. They letting folks off. They letting folks off for murder, man. Even accidental murder. They giving passes to everything these days, bro.
Are you talking about them dirty Mississippi pigs?
Yeah.
Hey, bro. You know what's crazy? How do a judge tell 4 law enforcement officers that they're not guilty or not liable on a wrong individual that you arrest, individual that you're looking for, that your actions and your behavior were within, procedure and policy? You know what I'm saying? Listen, bro, I try to explain it to people. People don't like to hear it. Some people don't want to hear it. Some people argue with me. Why did you say that? I hear motherfuckers tell me all the time, why did you do this and why did you do that? Why did you say that? We are motherfucking being hunted, homie. And we are being systemically, you know what I'm saying, discriminated against every fucking corner we turn. No matter how much money we get, we can get $1 million, $1 billion, or $10 billion. Motherfucker gonna pull you over and you still gotta go through the same shit that a street nigga do on the corner. You know what I'm saying? And so at what point do we feel like we've reached, you know, what a plateau of success that has been given to us. You know, them some dirty ass motherfucking pigs, bro.
Hey, break it down for our listeners, man. They might not know the story, bro.
Okay, like cops were justified in the deadly shooting after they went to the wrong house, and the jury said, "Hey, this is justifiable." You know, a deadly shooting, you go to the wrong, you can knock on the wrong motherfucking door and kill somebody in Mississippi if you're a law enforcement officer, probably if you're a white law enforcement officer, and then get off. You know, let me paint the scenario. Let me show you what really happened. This is who we were really looking for. It was an accident. It was an honest accident. You know what I'm saying? That's the script that they gonna tell. And then, you know, on the receiving end of that is some dead brother or sister. This is some bullshit, bro. You know, the same way with the band leader. The same way with the band leader, bro. In
Alabama.
Fucking Alabama. I'm looking at it right here. They tased the shit out of my boy.
He was directing a band.
They tased him like he had an arm full of motherfucking Gucci and motherfucking Neiman Marcus clothes. They tased him like he was on some smash and grab shit. They tased him like he took off on somebody and wouldn't get up off of him, and wasn't receptive to, you know, a verbal, you know, command. You know, this is crazy, bro. This crazy. We are being hunted. Now, don't get me wrong. Shit kicked off in Alabama, so you know some Alabamans who ain't black, who are not black, I would say, they don't feel too good about the ass whooping that took place at the docks. And so behind the scenes, there's a whole lot of chatter on the back channels. Behind the scenes, there's a whole lot of chatter on how can we get back. But they're gonna do what the fuck they always been doing. Kill one or two of us at a time. You know, they don't give a fuck about that old hick ass country shit that happened on the docks. Look, the man was going up against another band. The other band heeded the motherfucking warning of the officers. Hey, the game is over. Stop with the music. Okay, now the police don't run. The police don't run the school. The school has its own police and security guards there to do what they need them to do. And the band director had not become unruly or, how can I say, insightful. Right. He wasn't insightful. That's the word I'm searching for. So it wasn't like he was trying to pump everybody else up and the students to kind of get on these motherfucking police. They just tased him. And the very reason that they tased him, bro, is because that one motherfucker that he looked at and checked was scared of him. He got scared of him. Just through straight looks, got scared of him. And when he made eye contact, dude panicked. Fuck it, you ain't gonna beat me up. He got scared, and that's the narrative that should be taking place. White motherfucking police officers are scared of black men. They scared of black women. And I can back these facts up by the goddamn the chief of police from San Diego, who subsequently be the chief of police in Seattle. And when Tavis Smiley motherfucking interviewed this cat, this motherfucker told him straight up, I'm gonna tell you, Tavis, I'm gonna tell you something that the white man is gonna get mad as a motherfucker at me for saying. White officers kill black men because we are scared of you guys. This is from the chief of police from San Diego, who subsequently became the chief of police in Seattle. If you think I'm bullshitting, I'll go get the Tavis Smiley episode and I'll motherfucking bring it back to you. And so I say all of that. I say all that to say this, bro. I'm sorry I got that passionate that fast.
No, man.
We being hunted, bro. We being hunted. And we being killed by some dirty, rotten, racist motherfuckers who sit in black robes and they allow this shit to take place. And so they sit in red states, like Chuck said, he didn't really want to identify with. They sit in red states and they sit back and they say, you know what? I'm just as motherfucking racist as this motherfucker once I take this robe off and get up out this courtroom. So yeah, you can motherfucking, yeah, you justified in killing that motherfucker next door at 1445, not 1443. Yeah, you cool at killing him. How is that fucking so?
Dude.
Fuck a protest.
Yeah, down the street, I literally live like, I don't know, 8-9 blocks from Breonna Taylor's house. He was killed while black just for sleeping. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how they can how they can justify anything, but yet it keeps happening.
The only thing a motherfucker need to justify is why they're afraid. Tell me why you so motherfucking afraid, pig. Just be honest. Be honest with the black community. Let's have that conversation. Why do you go motherfucking import motherfucking thick neck motherfuckers from Omaha, Nebraska, Wyoming, Utah? You recruit them motherfuckers, them 3 states, Arizona. You recruit from them 3 states, bro. And I watched it for 28 years. You recruit from them 3 states to become LA sheriffs. You recruit from them 3 states to become LAPD. You recruit from them 3 states to become CDCR officers. You know what I'm saying? It's because that these motherfuckers identify nothing with us. They can't identify nothing with us. They come in there and the first thing that they see is like, damn, I gotta believe the shit that my upper echelon told me. The upper ranks, don't trust them. They this, they're that. They put the shit in their head, so when they hit the corner on us, the first thing they do is they jump out their core and want to run towards the nigga. Well, I ain't running. You know, now they looking at you like, freeze. Put your hands up. If you ain't running, what you got? But if you running, then you scared of me now. Man, fuck the police, bro. Give a fuck. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
FTP, and that's a good segue into this next piece. You ready for this next piece?
Let's go.
Let's do it. Bam. It's time for class, y'all. White people, pay attention.
Uh-oh.
It's the miseducation of Karen Hill. I need somebody to put me together some dope-ass music for this segment. So anybody out there, these guys here don't have time, but I know we know some people.
Oh, the it's not the miseducation. It's the missed education. This bitch missed out on a lot, is what you said.
Right. So we're gonna educate them. You know, I got love. I'm gonna educate them.
Before you go, Chuck, I gotta say this because I don't refer to women as bitches, but I refer to all Karens as bitches.
Yeah, because Karens can be men too. They can be bitches.
Yeah, I call them Carls.
So today we're going to talk about racism, white supremacy. So this comes from that book that I was kicking with y'all last week called White Fragility. We're just going to go over a couple things here to straighten Karen out. Okay. So most people in this country and most countries been taught there's differences, biological and genetic, between us. Things like skin color, hair texture. How many white people? Oh, your hair. Let me touch your hair. Eye shape, athleticism, even math. Now, I was talking to a chick today at work, black lady, and she's putting the heat on because we're not recruiting from HBCUs for new talent because I work in information technology. And it's like, dude, you know, they're griping about we can't hire enough people. Companies are saying we ain't got enough talent. Well, I don't know. Maybe you go look at all the talent instead of being racist and stereotypical to think that, you know, well, you know, that's not black people's thing. Math, you know, technology. They're into sports and all this other bullshit. So in reality, race, like gender, is socially constructed. Now, J-Dee, we're not going to get on gender tonight because I know you can talk a minute about that, right? But what Karen and white people need to understand that underneath our skin, there's no race, dude. There's no biological race. It's a made up construct, period. It's made up. And you know why? The last bullet on the screen, and we're going to wrap up and go to the boom slap with Dazzy D. Social and more importantly, the ducats, the bands, the money drove science and society along racial lines because they can control us and they can pit us against us, each other. And they're doing the same thing to poor white people. Trump's up in the hollers in Kentucky saying, oh, you know, black people taking your jobs and blah, 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 you know. And at the end of the day, he ain't giving them nothing. He's giving them dick. He's giving them nothing. And they still for him.
And you know what? and even them dumb motherfuckers don't like math. So let me just say this, because whoever wrote that shit that you just had up, I wish you would bring that shit back up, because I need to point out something that you fucking I gotta point out something you touched on. Okay, gender, you know what I'm saying? Eye shape, athleticism, bro. If I talk about grafted skin and talk about recessive motherfucking DNA and talk about fucking weak pigmentation, then sympathy shifts for the person with knowledge towards the lesser, which becomes the white race. Now, that's a black person with a heart and a conscience. There's no way somebody's going to write that shit and have me believe that there are no such things as my boy that's a neuroscientist and a neurophysicist that will electric slide all over your ass, for lack of a better word. You understand what I'm saying? So I debunked the myth that we don't fuck with STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, and so on. I debunked that myth because I know a bunch of black geniuses. And so what it is this: if I tell you enough times that you're not shit and you believe it, your subconscious start plotting on how to murk shit. See, that's a part of artificial intelligence. And that's what white supremacy is. It's artificial intelligence. It's fake. That's the play on the word. It's fake, bro. If you know what an indentured servant is, then you know that they punk white asses passed out in the field because they couldn't handle the sun. And so motherfuckers said, man, we losing out on a bunch of motherfucking money because these motherfuckers with this thin skin can't handle this fucking heat. What can we do? Hey, I got an idea. I know some motherfuckers who did this and it worked for them, but they didn't come here. They landed in the motherfucking Caribbean. Okay? We could talk for hours about that. Yep. But I would like for you to ask the listeners what they think about what you just said, because I could go on and on. It's your turn, Dad.
Yeah, y'all heard J-Dee pop in the chat, and they've been giving us some stuff, dude. You know, shout out to everybody out here tuning in for the missed education at Aaron Hill. But now it's time to shift gears a little bit. We gotta have something a little happy here, so we're gonna do the West Coast Boom Slap with Dazzy D. What you got for us this week, Daz?
Oh man, first of all, I want to say, man, look, I love listening to y'all brothers, man. Y'all too, man. Look, we gotta have one of the realest shows out right now, man. So man, y'all, man, for real.
And you know, and don't get me wrong. Before you boom slappy, that is our brother, and he has the greatest fucking topics sometimes, bro. I can't wait till we can extend this motherfucker where we talking about what we talking about 10 minutes apiece.
Right.
Shit. Go ahead, my brother. Excuse the interruption.
Yeah, no, and it's all good, man. You know, I just want to talk about this week, man. I saw the big homie Ice-T. He was speaking on how he missed albums and the concept of albums and how, you know, putting together albums and the whole journey, the whole thing with putting together, you know, working on the album, opening up the CD booklet and reading the production credits and all that. You know, he said all that's part of the journey, and I agree with that, man. But I do want to say I understand why singles are probably more important right now than albums, because, you know, we dealing with a microwave society right now when it comes to music, man. We really are. You know what I'm saying? J-Dee probably can vouch for this too, man. I worked on, I think it took me like 4 months to make West Coast Boom Slap, man. And I bullshit you not. Maybe 3 weeks after the album dropped, Cass was hitting me up asking me when the next album was dropping. You know what I'm saying? So right. That's just the generation we live in right now, man. So I agree with Ice, but I think to all my artists out there, man, that's trying to make this music thing happen for them, man, focus on a song at a time right now, man. If you could just focus on making a slap and ride with that, you know, a couple months, maybe a month, and then hit them again with another one, I think that'll probably be a little more, you know, it'll make more sense, man, and I think it'll keep your audience and your listeners happy, man.
Straight up. I agree. You know what? And the reason why I put 12 slappers on this motherfucker, I recorded 21 songs. But I told myself that this gonna be the payback project. I'm gonna pay back everybody who thought I couldn't sit still long enough to cook one.
Mm-hmm.
And this wasn't like I'm gonna pay your ass back because I'm wounded and hurt. It's just that I said, you know what? I've been releasing single after single after single after single after single after single.
Mm-hmm.
You know, then I did a project with Chap Cheese, Cali Connected. Then single, then single, then single. Then the chill. You know, my free to chill. My nigga to chill in there, fight for his freedom. Free to chill. You know what I mean?
Real talk.
My nigga chill said, hey bro, hey big bro. I said, what's up? He said, slow down. You hopped off the porch and ain't stopped running since you hopped off that motherfucker. He said, big bro, slow down and cook that motherfucker and watch what you come up with. Mm-hmm. And the only person that would sit down with me long enough, you know, my boy Sneak Rothstein sent me a beat. He said, this is from this cat I know named Payback. Come to find out, Payback lived in Vegas. Come to find out it was the Payback that I thought it was, Clinton Sands.
Yes, sir.
And then he invited me to his crib. And he said, look, this is the studio. This is what we working with. I said, this motherfucker nice. I said, you drink? I got some Michelob Ultras. You know. That nigga said, yeah, I don't drink that weak shit, but yeah, I drink. I said, well, buddy, I'm only here, you know what I'm saying, socially. And we knocked out a whole motherfucking project, bro.
Yeah.
You know, it's shit that I ain't even released yet, bro. Family Business. Oh, man. I love Boom Slap. Boom Slap is just crisp and clean hip-hop. With no motherfucking fake fanfare. You know, you're not trying to sound like you shooting a bunch of video games and shit. Your shit just be dope. All your shit.
Sir, I really do, man. I mean, you know, I had fun making the album, man, and I'm quite sure you did too, man. But like I said, it's just, you know, and I'm working on a new album. You feel me? The new album dropping on my birthday in November. So I'm working, man, but I grasp the concept, man. You know what I'm saying? I think after this album, I'm just gonna hit them in the head with a single here and there, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just,
you don't miss that shit though, homie?
I just think it's just, I mean, it's for the real true fans, I think they appreciate albums, but right now, man, it's just moving so fast. Everything moving so fast. You know, you got Nas dropping 6 albums in 3 years.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, are all 6 of those bangers though?
Hell
That's
no,
what I'm saying. You know,
hell no, they're not. Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this, and I love Nasir Jones like any other good brother in the hip hop field. But all the Nas shit ain't classic, and Nas ain't one of the hardest rappers from New York. I don't give a fuck what they say. Nas ain't even one of the hardest niggas from Queens. You know, I love the fuck out of Nasir Jones because that boy knew how to go out there and get that bag. He said some shit. You know what I'm saying? Illmatic is where it ended to me. You know what I'm saying? If I Rule the World was a pretty well produced album. After that, bro, I think the only thing that captured my attention and really held me tight was Godson. You know, and after that, I just was like, you know what? I can't get with this. You know, and not to slight the nigga, but everything I heard from Jay-Z, I was like, this nigga killing this nigga Nas. And so I became a part of the split. You know, you're a Jay-Z fan or a Nas fan. I quickly chose a side, bro. Jay-Z, I listened to Jay-Z shit. I had like 10 of that nigga CDs in the pen. I was like, this nigga don't miss a beat talking this slick nigga shit. Now, if he real, he dangerous. If he not, he dangerous.
Yeah, be real dope.
You know who else is dangerous?
Who?
We are.
Here, baby, you want this?
20 minutes on lockdown.
Motherfuckers ready.
Yeah.
Like my goodness. About that time.
Like we always do about this time.
J-Dee, you take the honors, dog.
Man, you take the honors. Okay, so check this out, y'all. I got to do this. I don't want to do this. I wanted Dazzy to do it. Dazzy deserved this. Dazzy deserved it. So
I'm
gonna go ahead. I'm gonna be motherfucking humble and pass it. I want to say something so bad, bro. I want to say what I want to say.
Speak your piece, J-Dee. Speak your piece.
No. I'm gonna get to asking the question in a minute. So I get to ask the question in a minute. So I'm gonna go ahead because you made this happen, my nigga. And we smiling like kids to get this nigga over here, bro.
Yeah, man, because you know what? Every blue moon, man, it's a cat that you know hit us with them slaps, man. And you know, he's so timeless, brother, and what he do, man. And he's so dope and he's so natural with what he do, man. You gotta love it, man. And his footmark on this game has been so impeccable, brother. So I just want to go on and cut to the chase and introduce our brother, man, my nigga, DJ Battlecat in the building. Let's go. Let's get it, man.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Salute. Salute.
Come on, J-Dee.
How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Come on, man. Chuck-the-fied, so Chuck-the-fied, Dazzy D. Thank you all three amigos for embracing me at this time. It's been I've been out in the grassroots, really just just making shit happen and making sure the evolution, the resilience of us is being felt and seen and smelt and heard in the way that is so necessary, man. You know what it is. I've been listening to the conversation, but just to say thank you, man. You know, this is a beautiful platform.
You got an Egyptian lover jacket on, so you know.
That say a lot. You know what that is. We're gonna get to that. My roots is heavily fucking rooted.
That's what I'm talking about.
We're not even gonna play with it today. We got a nice conversation, so that's kind of stay in order. So I won't be all over the place. Or whatever you guys want to ask or whatnot, I want to get to it and give you the biz.
Well, I gotta say this first of all. I told Dazzy we were going back and forth in the production meeting one Sunday. We had nice little shit going on. You know, Chuckify did the shit that the white folks do. He threw some shit in the middle and backed up and let us go at it. You know what I'm saying? And so we ended up Battlecat. I was like, well, nigga, I got his number. He's like, man, I'm finna call a homie. Man, 2 days later, a day later, I think, 2 hours later, went from a message to a confirmation. I was like, man, this is our brother, bro. But I know you don't have a whole lot of time. We should have a fucking.
No, I got all the time. I got all the time y'all need.
We should have a 20-minute time bomb ticking. And the moment that 20 minutes started, bro, that 20-minute lockdown, when you was done, you was done. Your visit was over. You know what I'm saying? You shake your loved one hand and get up out this visiting room. You know what I'm saying?
Is that what we doing now? We on the 20-minute?
No, hell no. We can't do that. You're royalty. So
I appreciate that.
Before I cut them loose, because I'm going to cut them loose on you. We already agreed to cut them loose on you.
All right.
Take us back to DJ Battlecat's first coffin, 2 turntables, and Newmark mixer. Take us back to that day. Take us back to the Crenshaw High School lunch dance days when, you know, Lil Looney from 60s, rest in peace, used to say, we got to get up in the dance because Battlecat DJ in the day. You know, you've done everything to lay a foundation. When did the love first come, bro?
Well, the first love before hip hop was even presented to me was my mother and father, both lovers of music, both musicians of music. One brung R&B, funk, reggae, and gospel to me, and my dad brung rock and roll, live instrumentation as well. He played flute, he played keys. That spawned into in my later years, after them two departing from each other, mom kept me with her, and she actually didn't know, indirectly she was encouraging me to be a DJ and didn't know it by having me play her 45s. She had a stack of them, and I would hold them, and she would just say, play this next. And so really that was like the art of selecting, the art of reading labels, everything on it, the beats per minute, who produced it, the name of the labels. I was intrigued with all that. Sometimes she would play the record repetitiously, maybe 2 or 3 times before I could move to the next one. So what that did sonically is jailed so much information into me, inspired so much inspiration to further the passion of being a drummer. You know, at the age of 2, Pops bought me my first drum set to accompany him with his love and passion for music. Mom bought me my second set and second generation of drums. that was more durable for me, you know, because I was heavy-handed and passionate about strumming. So then, you know, with her taking me to church and seeing the rehearsal etiquette, it was amazing because I'm seeing how songs is being written, whose voice was comfortable here, rather a low register note or middle or high. I seen how singers was appointed in position to sing. I'm just trying to run this real quick. How a song began, when to come in. That taught me arranging etiquette. All that went into it before 1979, which finally went into the art of DJing. I took drums and music and all my love for it into a gentleman named DJ Reg in 1979. We're talking about when Rappers Delight first appeared.
Yeah.
Not knowing that this thing is called hip hop. I heard the dialogue hip hop in the verses, but not knowing that that was the soundtrack to the movement that was going to surely become a phenomenon.
Yes.
But because I seen DJ Reg, who's still alive, who was my Grandmaster Flash or Cool Herc in a sense, I never seen two turntables together until I seen him DJ my 6th grade graduation before going to middle school. And that just changed the whole landscape about how I was going to become who I am today. Right. And so that was my first love, which was part of one of the 5 elements of hip hop, which is the DJ, the MC, the graffiti, the break dance, and the b-boy, the b-girl. Yeah. So if I didn't name them all, you know, correct me, but I know those are one of the top 4 or 5 elements in hip hop, and being the true lyricism in it and having content that can stand the test of time. So I'm glad that I come from that generation first, but I didn't fall in love with it in identifying it was hip hop until I want to say 82. I'm gonna
say 83. I'm gonna say 83.
No, you're gonna say 83, but see, we talking about Battlecat. No, let me get this off. No, OG, but let me get mine off. This right, but this Battlecat, let me get mine off. I got this. I respect you, OG. I'm just saying for Battlecat, they really need to fucking know. Because the jacket I'm wearing and the hat I just showed is there. So for me, it's 81, 82, because in my backyard is the legendary Bobcat from 40s, who grew up out of the 40s, who was the closest who I seen coming through Audubon in middle school versus me going to Horace Mann, where Montel Jordan went to. I went there, Big D, Big Donnie, Andre Wilson, who sung. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. Hold up. We're just talking about pillars that are them niggas. Andre Wilson, who sung "Weak and Freak." I just want to show you who Irv Cat is. That's definitely an inspiration to me. Him and Big D, because and a few others, Big Johnny. I can go down that list. I just want to keep everybody first about the passion. And I'm not going to tell every intricate part. I just want to come to a ending of how I fell in love. They need to know that it didn't. When I identified when hip hop was here and it arrived, is when I went to Horace Mann and there was this cassette, right? And this cassette, this beta cassette. I mean, I wouldn't say cassette, but video tape. It had, and from our perspective, what hip hop was. So you had Egyptian Lover and Chris the Glove, Booyah Tribe, and a few others, the LA City Breakers. We talking about them really introducing what hip hop was. Now I hadn't even seen no video or anything. It wasn't showcased yet, breakdancing or none of that. So I'm wondering what the hell is this that's going on, and it's blowing my mind. You said, Cat, you know, DJing is just one of the elements. You're going to see more that is really what New York say hip hop is.
What grade were you in?
7th grade.
Man.
So we talking about,
man, 12
like I
years old.
said, 80, 81. I'm
80,
going.
80,
I'm over there. I'm in there. I'm in there, and so
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
fine. I'm smelling myself. You know how I know wet behind the ears. I'm falling in love with this thing called hip hop, but because of Uncle Jam on me and KGFJ, let's go back. These are the founder radio stations that start playing. K-Day first, KACE, KGFJ, and KJLH. Those are the four founders stations that start playing hip hop, and it just blew our mind. Now we hearing Grandmaster Flash. We hearing more that's on the label.
From the Ali Shuffle.
And so when I'm seeing that this thing is called hip hop, this is how I looked at it. It was hella hip to hop on. Right. So my perspective was like, okay, cool, I'm with this. And then when I seen all my G's in my hood embracing this as well, because I didn't know that they had a talent and a voice. They was looking for me to be their Michael Jordan, to help them be identified and appreciated, and because we end up becoming so much to hip hop. We end up being bodyguards. We end up being promoters. We end up being DJs, radio personalities, managers. On the West Coast, we did that. We made it safe for East Coast first generation to come to Los Angeles. So just think about the Sugar Hill Games and the Grandmaster Flash, the New Editions. Yeah, I was hella young watching that indirect. So when I seen all that, us being able to bring that to the table, I said, you know what? I'm in love with this. I want this. This is hip hop. That's when I fell in love.
Let me take you back to 1983. This had to be the Playpen, Stocker and Crenshaw. Stocker and Crenshaw, the Playpen. A lot of motherfuckers don't know about it. I had a homie named Bam and a homie named Santa May. We used to always slide up there. We slid up in there one night, and they let your young ass get on the turntables. See, shout out to Chuck D. Big up to Stevie Wonder. But they let you get on them turntables that night, and I got to see you. You were young, bro. You were young. I was only 15. I was only 15.
Now are we talking about Bobby Bobcat Urban from 40s? Or are you talking about Kevin Gillian Battlecat out the 60s first?
Seen yo young ass. I know Bobby Bobcat Urban from 40s. I know Bobcat.
That's my brother. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure.
Dazzy finna get on you about the Kit Kat crew, but I saw you DJing, and I seen the light in your face. I said, man, this nigga gonna be the hardest nigga in the city, bro. And I mean, like you, Dr. Dre, bro, y'all got like the hardest shit in the city. I mean, as far as DJs and producers go. And so I wanted to soak up as much game as I could this morning, just vibe off you and vibe, because I know everything I want to know. Yes. I want them to know.
I get it,
bro.
Yes,
you are the earth and the wind and the fire of the West Coast, my nigga. And I'm gonna pass that on to Dazzy. But you the earth, the wind, and the fire of the West Coast. And I knew you had that upbringing. I knew you had that passion. I knew you had mom and dad and them as a musical root and a foundation. But bro, you are fucking Battlecat. To keep it in context, man, you the fucking shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like musically, it can't nobody fade you. We come to you. DJ Pooh is a giant. You know what I'm saying? Sir Jinx, a giant. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Daddy, a giant. DJ Quick, a giant.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? In their own rights.
DJ Slip, giant.
Slip, man. Rest in peace, bro.
No, not Slip Capone. DJ Slip that produced from Sound Patrol, who produced MC8.
Yeah, that's he
that OG is alive.
Oh man, God bless him.
Yeah. No, he's here.
He had the big white truck with all the writing on the side.
Yeah, he's still alive. Now he took off. He took after the legendary Edwin Volts from Music People, who was the second generation who started providing sound systems for West Coast promoters and DJs and house parties. That he's still here alive. That man is incredible.
How did you get with Uncle Jam's Army, bro? Roger Clayton, Cluso, and all of them. How did you get with them back in the day? We was kids. Well, I was going to Henry Clay. Y'all was going to Horseman and Otterpine. And Gary Canfor, my nigga G-Ball from 40s, man. He love you to death, bro.
Yes. I tell him I love him too. Well, listen, this to keep it short and sweet. Like I said, it took a while to earn the respect of Roger, but my encounter with being able to see him every day is when, before they built what's there now on Slauson and Western, it's a shopping, facility, and God bless Keyshawn, I think Johnson or Jackson, who built what he built too as well over there. That was our center hub where we bought our records from, besides VIP that was on Crenshaw and Slauson, but we ended up having a legendary another location called the DJ booth, which inspired us more, who was more remotely close to the almost, I say, the deeper the West, South Central, but still right in the beginning of going to the East side.
Right.
It was incredible having that facility, because some of us, played hooky from school, doing lunch dance to go see Bobcat Mix or Egyptian Lover or Roger, or any other Uncle Jam Mummy members play, because they would have certain events where it was safe for Run DMC to come in the middle of the day and come and practice. They would come in town early, or Chuck D would come. Whoever you could think of, they wanted in on the culture of West Coast. So it was a safe rest haven to a certain degree to go up there, and that's when I would see Roger a lot. But I earned his respect years later after becoming the great legendary producer that I am. God bless everyone for buying all the product and the brand and the sound of Battlecat, because I couldn't have done it without you, being transparent and reciprocating. So that happened. And go ahead. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Cat, much respect to you, brother. You know how far we go back, man. I gotta have you represent a crew, man, that I just love to death, man, that a lot of people don't know about.
Okay.
Which is, please give us the story of the California Cat Crew.
Okay, I can shorten it up. It's all good. That's what it is. And we'll get back to Roger another day, and that's all good. But thank God for him. Is the reason why I'm the second and last youngest member of Uncle Jam's Army, just to bring that to a closure. I am the newest representative and still holding up the torch of Uncle Jam's Army. So prior to that, I'm glad you mentioned the California Cat Crew, because that consists of Kit Kat, that consists of Wildcat, Pookie from Foodies, it was just Scratch Cat, who actually DJ'd and scratched on K9 Posse's single produced by a Bobcat. So if you ever want to know what he sounds like as a DJ, he's incredible. So it's Wildcat, Bobcat, Kit Kat, myself, and it's another dude, but he didn't really get all of we quoted in, but his name is Cosmic Cat. So Wildcat, Battlecat, Kit Kat, Scratch, which is Pookie the Butcher. We might as well say it was 5 of us, man. And I never forget this. It broke my heart, but I always tell this story. But it's all good now, because he created a monster by doing so. One thing I love about Bobcat, he ain't biased. If you ain't who you supposed to be, he will really let you know in a fast and a hurry. Now, it was me DJing against one of my K-Day Mixmaster homeboys. Rest in peace, and that's DJ Tracy, who grew up in Crenshaw Mafia Hood. Rest in peace. That's my homie with Big Y. Rest in peace. Yeah. So I DJ against him. My girlfriend at the time, rest in peace, was MC Trouble. I had MC Trouble there and my mother there to witness me DJ against Tracy. Tracy got in my ass, and I got booed by my big homie Bobcat. Now, you got to know, if he put me on and then he did that at the same time, what would that do to me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Make me more furious and courageous and more at a beast, to the point where I couldn't wait to see my big homie so I can give him a demonstration and battle him to show him what you did to me and what you did for me by booing me like that. Now it's on a whole nother level. and I'm glad we had the California Cat Crew movement, because I always wanted to belong to something, J-Dee. I always wanted to belong Chuck and Dazzy to something, because gangbang was still was the backdrop and at all-time high all through my career. So one thing I loved about these crews is that I was able to belong to something that wasn't self-destructive, you know. And I got a lot of encouragement from my G's to say, hey, we know you're not built like that, but we want to give you our blessings. And it's cool if you can introduce us to this new thing called hip hop, give us some tickets or give us an opportunity to come to be a part of it because we know you one of ours. So I'm glad I didn't have the hood take me under to become who I am today.
Right.
I really and it helped tremendously even going to different neighborhoods, especially 111, running into people like Donut and J-Dee and whoever else and Kit Kat. Because at the time when I met Kit Kat, one of the California Cat Crew members, he resided and lived right off of in the hundreds over there. So I'm glad that I got a chance to experience him.
Yeah, 108.
Yeah, 108, which where my son, well, one of my family members is at to this day. So the California Cat Crew was another crew which inspired by Uncle Jam's Army. We just wanted to show another young generation and Roger that another crew could be assembled and be just as great or an extension to Uncle Jam's Army. So that was brotherhood and showmanship that Bobcat was trying to share because he was inspired by his crew to do that. So that's why he wanted to put that crew together. But who arised, you know, who prevailed, you know, excelled on a whole nother level. It just happened to be me because my passion was high. I just didn't want to go back to poverty. I mean, listen. I didn't want to go back to what I saw in the neighborhood that would eventually discourage me from being a decent human being and powerful into this society.
That kind of like make me segue into this. Your voluntary work in the community. How you give back. Every year during the holidays, I see you do volunteer work. You're always making sure you got a fundraiser jumping off. You always a turkey drive. I mean, and this ain't no 1 year shit just to get the motherfucking, you know, photo op. I watched you do this for decades, bro. I sat in the pen watching you, homie. You know what I'm saying? I sat in the penitentiary keeping up with Cat. You know, before we lost the homie, you know, Lil Donnie Anderson was my brother, bro. Fat Donnie was my nigga. Big D and Fat Donnie, man, they're my brothers right there.
Future Sounds Management, man. Definitely Calipole and guided my career to where it's at today. I got to give it to them. And those are two G's who I went to school with. They didn't discourage me. They encouraged me. They educated me. They empowered me. They showed me what I could do with my own money if I wanted the information, and I did the best with all that information that both of them entail, you know. And they told me too, you know, in my early career that one day we're gonna manage you. And I'm glad that they did because they saw something that I couldn't see, and I had to understand that it took other eyes and more heads to really be impactful and successful in this game. And I'm glad that they was instrumental in my life.
That's dope, bro. Rest in peace, Fat Donnie.
I got a question, JD. Kat, thanks for stopping by. So you mentioned, you know, first shout out to Jenny O'Jenny. I don't know if you know Jen or not. She was the white girl at K-Day back in the day. And so she remembers you a lot. She remembers a lot of the homies. You were talking about the importance of radio stations like K-Day, right?
Yeah.
So this is a two-part question. So back then, is radio play, how pivotal was that, you know, having that kind of inspiration and support? And then how are you keeping up with, you know, as Dazzy was talking, Ice-T was talking about albums ain't dropping, it's all singles and it's digital and all. How have you been relevant? How do you stay relevant? I mean, you've been from the start to now. How do you keep up with all that?
Well, to answer your first question about how pivotal that was to having a Greg Mack, Roy Croftman, and all the rest of the other uncles and forefathers who helped usher us through there, it was incredible, and it was a blessing for us because, like I said, gangbanging was at an all-time high. You either was going to rise above the adversities and the challenges and really be someone, or you will be subject to be part of the landscape that existed in the neighborhood that, can be very challenging, So I was able to extend my portfolio and grow my portfolio on a whole nother level, being attached to a multi-million-dollar machine in the art of broadcasting. And what I loved about Greg, he knew that we came from these different walks of life and neighborhoods as far as the Crip and Blood lifestyle and culture, but he wanted to make sure that we could have a chance to become something. And so it was like an extended boys club, a university of education and the art of broadcasting. Look what Julio ended up becoming, an extension of it, and the olive branch of that, being with West Side Radio and clicking up with Eazy-E, talking about some profound history. I'm pretty sure that all the members on here can appreciate what that was. That's the black and brown relationship. So that station did that. And so the lady that says that she remembered me, tell her I appreciate her for identifying us and any wordplay or appreciation that she saw in our earlier bringings. We appreciate that because we don't know what her significant input was to make things go. You never know. It's a lot of people behind the scenes that haven't got their just due, and the neck and the head being turned of this thing called hip hop and entertainment. Now, the second question about how I stay relevant is it's because I haven't finished what I started, and I've been really.
I like that. I like that.
I get this a lot, because of the lack of understanding what your position is and your value could stagnate you from maximizing your position when you're hot, to be able to maximize any opportunity and having all the great educational, pillars and givers and contributors to this game is important. So math and English never stop. You put that shit on the back burner, you'll lose. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't afraid to be around the one smarter than me,
right?
And educated in other fields, especially in a walk of life and position that they play in this game, like a Stan Shepard. He's another one who's still instrumental in my life and encouraged me. Even though I've been around all my peers, but just seeing the highs and lows of others that I have DJ for and have made themselves this a giant and a survivor in this game, like Snoop Dogg. I've been around him when death came to him or attempted to, and I watched how he dealt with it as a man, but how he found the love for music to be the landscape and the outlet to get through. So I knew that my job could never stop. When Dre was moving a different way in the frequency, I was like the little big brother who alley hooped all the great tunes and inspiration to keep his drive going and encourage others to come along. So we started formulating and assembling other producers from different coasts from Ohio. We talking about High Tech. We talking about DJ Pooh is in this new movement that we're doing with Snoop Dogg. It's about 10 of us as producers. My boy Knots out of Virginia.
Right.
Superfly, who's still current, who think he's not current. No, he is. He got a #1 song in R&B with this guy named October London. God bless him. He's current on the charts.
October.
I just want to bring the evolution and the current information about where we are now, and even me, being able to go to New York to represent us. That was another thing. That's I was shocked to see Mass Appeal and Live Nation have a discussion and say who do they want to be a part. It's always about timing and relationships. But I guess all the work that I've been doing as a DJ, I just know that I just didn't want our culture and legacy to go dead by the wayside, by no means necessary. Whatever I could do to keep it alive, I had to do it.
Did you produce A Touch Away, that London October London was singing in the hook on Snoop Dogg?
No, I didn't. I did one where everyone could start hearing what me and Snoopy and him sound like on Snoopy's project, which was a remake of Just Keep On Loving Me by the Whispers. I got the song, but it's on there. But we flipped that, and it was a blessing to get a support from Leon Silvers, who's still alive, who produced the original track for the Whispers.
Wait.
Shalimar.
Wait, you said Leon Silvers, Foster Silver's big brother.
Yeah. He's still alive.
Produce what for the Whispers? Just Keep On Loving Me?
And to Keep On Loving Me. There's so many that and the beat goes on. Shalimar, Make This a Night to Remember.
See, that's what I'm talking about, bro. See, that's what I'm talking. That's why you make me sick, bro. That's why
listen, if you don't study your history, like I understand it's hard and deep to go as far as being attracted to the information and that came from Africa. But I look at who's already in our backyard as descendants in LA as LA Africa, so I start looking in the backyard of what's here. So you got Leon Silvers from South Central, and like that's the sound of Los Angeles. For those who don't know, in R&B before rap, before hip hop, who is the pillar sounds of the West Coast? We talking about Barry White. We talking about the Silvers and no, we're just talking about producers now. We talking about the sound. As producers, we're talking about Rolls Royce. When I looked at Unsung, it blew my mind knowing where the Silvers was raised and where they created the birth of their sound. It's in Los Angeles. So that helped me tremendously be resilient and make sure that I create a sound that don't sound like Drake, don't sound like Quick, don't sound like none of my homeboys. I had to be original in my contribution of it. And so when it's time to adapt with the young generation, to get back to that question and answer it, because I know I went all over how I stay relevant, it's because I love bringing my foundation of where I come from and the new generation in the same room, because at the same time, when we first came, we was new booties, wet behind the ears or whatnot, and they didn't understand, identify who we were. When you look at Big Daddy Kane and Pally the Bill, I never thought I would see them two together.
Right.
I would never thought I would see Heavy D with Janet Jackson from the Jacksons family. You see where I'm going with this? Right. And so that's how I look at the young generation, the Mustards. That's my little nephew that I watched indirect, if not direct, grow, and then turn around and got it right and grab him an R&B artist, molded her, broke her, and got his Grammy. See, this is someone who studied us, and then when he get asked from the homie like not Shade 45, but the homie from the Bay. Come on, cat.
Who?
He's a personality, radio host, everything.
Sway now?
Huh?
Come on, Sway and Tech in there?
Yeah, Sway. Yeah, so Sway is doing his due diligence and job and keeping West Coast alive. With him being from the Bay, I love Sway. When he had Mustard on there, man, this is what we talking about that inspired me and put gasoline for me to stay relevant and alive. When that young motherfucking real nigga said Battlecat and Dre and whoever else he knew that was his true inspiration for him being who he is, that's what we talking about. It doesn't hurt to say what is your inspiration and foundation for you being who you are. Now, when you surpass us and you go in other dimensions of how the game is in this day and time, that guy won into the way the system is now. We're talking about the digital game. We're talking about the streaming game. These guys surpassed all the hurdles and made it happen.
So looking at how the game, because I'm frustrated in some aspects of the game. Very, very frustrated. And I see that you have to attach so many different damn items to your goddamn music to sell it just to make a little bit of money. And so my thing is this, I understand that we can't turn back the clock. We can't. We still can't make some physical copies like CDs, and people are starting to buy record players again. You know what I'm saying? But how the hell do we make some money off this shit, man, and love it as much as deeply as we love it, man? Because the white man has found a way to latch his ass on to us every chance he get to suck whatever the fuck he can suck up out of us to call it his before he know his ass is over with. He want to suck up everything we got.
You know, it's deep what you're saying is, but what the big question for me is, do we like who we are? Do we respect who we are?
Yes.
Do we love one another? Let's just start in our own backyard, because we know that agenda is so thick, and that's a whole nother session. But I think that's something we should take a look at right now, because when the world see that we don't give a fuck about us and our own kind, excuse my French, then what that did was empower them to go more into like whatever their mission is. And it's sad that it's like that, but for the Father to even allow all this to take place, it's got to be a lesson and a blessing, and so much adversity and hidden agendas. I mean, the hidden agendas ain't even hidden anymore, big homie. And I know
that part.
I got you there, and it's bold now, and it's in. No, well, I can't say too much on that because I'm still a baby learning in this. All I can tell you is that I care about myself.
Right.
To go, you know what? If I don't have this information and I need this information, my thing is try to keep a poker face about it, because I know that a lot of things that happen doesn't really deserve my insight of how I feel, because they don't give a fuck about feelings. So I don't need to even give them the aura that I'm confused. I don't know my purpose. I don't know where I'm going. I don't even have that about me anymore. And that's what I love about this platform that you guys are bringing to the table, because whoever's watching, whether from the pen to the streets, I just want you to know that you got to get off your ass and say, I want more than the perception of what I have seen, what's been presented to me. So whatever that I'm capable of, whatever that I can empower myself at this time, no matter where I'm at, let me just bring just the nuance or the elements of that to the table. So when it's all said and done and you close your eyes, you can at least be at peace with that.
Yeah.
We're gonna make some change. This is a situation that when it's beyond our control and our means, my thing is not to suffer and complain about it anymore, because that to me is a waste of energy.
Yes.
And I wouldn't even be resilient, and I wouldn't even be current and relevant if I had to keep paying attention to that. Because I know for me, I'm just saying for me.
Chuck D just said this to you. And Chuck D, first of all, let me say this to Chuck D, because I haven't seen Chuck do this in a minute.
Oh, wow.
Chuck been on your ass tonight, and Chuck really been saluting you, brother. So I'm serious. You are Earth, Wind, and Fire to the West Coast.
We talking about the same? What Chuck D?
No, Chuck just said, this is Chuck D's platform. This is Chuck D's Channel Zero. This is how this is happening.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is how this is happening. Yeah, this is how this is happening. So Uncle Chuck believed in J-Dee. Yeah, look at your art is.
Oh, wow.
Your art is your blood and your veins.
Wow. Like I've been looking at this, and I'm just like, wait a minute.
Yes.
Is this Chuck speaking?
This is Uncle Chuck, bro. This Uncle Chuck.
Yes.
So Chuck just said that art and music.
Uncle Chuck. Thank you,
Chuck
man. I'm doing the best I can expressing myself without saying too much, man.
Let me say this. I wanted to remember this, because I hate cutting you off. You saying the whole
lot. Go. I'm on.
Chuck said this about 4 minutes ago. He said art and music in and of itself, bro, is medicine until you begin to fucking sell it. Art and music in and of itself is medicine, bro, until you begin to fucking sell it. It then becomes something else. Now it becomes this machine and this animal you got to feed, and this behemoth of a fucking, machine where you got to try to wrestle it every day, understand it every day, master it every day. I think it was you that said, fall in love with the business for the music, understand the music, you know what I'm saying? And then master the business, get the fuck away from the industry. You know, and
Yeah.
I like that. I heard you like put it in a way so cold. I'm like, you know what? If I follow 3 formulas, 3 steps, Cat is his own entity.
But I'm still learning, man. And like, I understand I have a responsibility, man. This ain't no joke, man. And I love all nationalities, colors, and creed. There's some beautiful people that the Most High created, man. So I don't have a prejudice really in my bone when it comes to loving God's people, man. It's just, I've been inspired by the Doobie Brothers, Santana, Donald Fagen and them from Steely Dan. It's just so many. I'm just saying, listen, when I looked at documentaries of how they appreciate African Americans and producers and musicians from Los Angeles, and when they made the Asia album, it just blew my mind that they felt like that. Now, why, if their forefathers are these elite ones in the game controlling, why couldn't them have an effect on, you know what? I want to make amends with the sin I have done, I have committed on earth. How can I make amends to the people without my peers saying, "Damn, man, hey, you're a nigga lover. We're not liking that." It's like, you can't do without us,
right?
We can't do without us. We can't really do without each other.
Let me tell you something.
And in so many ways, but that's a whole nother segment. So I know y'all want to keep it on battle.
I know we got to wrap it up, and I love the Lord with all my heart. And I tell all my white friends, y'all get rid of us, y'all gonna burn up in 2 weeks. Y'all get rid of us, y'all want to. The robots gonna kick y'all ass, and y'all gonna catch fire in 2 weeks. Y'all ain't gonna know what to do without us.
J-Dee, can I say something? Thank you for giving me a voice. I was going through so much turmoil, contractual wise, family wise, as a human being, as a man, as a father, all that. I was going through so much, man. I just want to tell you that you giving me an opportunity to keep me encouraged to do the music I was doing, because a lot of people didn't know that I was not happy through a lot of these classic records. I made classic records out of pain. It wasn't just the bread being there. I remember my publishing not being right. I remember not knowing where my next check was coming from. They wasn't checking for me. J-Dee, man, you came through with Stan Shepherd and changed my life and put some money directly in my hand. And I never been in the position to understand that it was possible in the business or through the ugly trenches of this thing called the industry. I never knew that my value was worth it like that. So I salute to you in helping me feed my kid. I was in some crazy times. I'm talking about when, I'll tell you some controversial shit. I'll give y'all one story. I got a call from Death Row for $1 million to sign with them. I took $75,000 over from J-Dee over $1 million. It was so much controversy I would have had to deal with. First of all, I'm not built like that. You know what I'm saying? From the streets. And I wouldn't have been able to deal with the backbite of my neighborhood going, nigga, what is wrong with you taking this money?
Right.
And not having an end game, a beginning and end game dealing with him.
And a team in place. And a team in place.
That part. And so you want to talk about longevity. I took blows that I couldn't imagine. That was still, you know, how you stay encouraged to be a man, to be anything when your publishing and your business is not right. But these guys encouraged me to say, Cat, man, you just now scratching the surface. Yeah, you got some hits, but bro, we respect you. We value your time. You know, could you do this? The Booyah Tribe did that for me too with the same number. I ended up doing the entire album except for one song that Eminem produced on that album. That's what happened. That's what happens when you stay down and understand that education is key. And you start to look at your wrong and everything about you as a human being, just the basics. You be like, Was I thinking too fast? Was the money more important than the business? No, the business is more important than the money.
Yes,
You
yes.
know what I'm saying? So when I start paying attention to that, and then having a beautiful woman that's in my life today to
Yes,
help
yes.
me shape and turn my life around, it's the reason why I'm current. Because I've been married to her for 15 years, but I've been around with her for over 18 years.
Look at
So
that.
she came into my life when no one was checking for Battlecat. We talking about when the jerk scene came and LA, Los Angeles wasn't popping. And then we got the Bay, Rick Rock, and whoever else that was in that crew to keep the California West Coast sound alive. The homie kept us alive. E40 did that.
Yes,
so
he
we
did.
trying to figure out what the hell this is, because we talking about the new wave of the business. Is, man, we talking about MySpace and all this line wire. All we talking about the traditional system of how we was eating. All that shit just went out the window. It's a whole new movement. So when we don't have no instructions in the blueprint to go forward, then here come, we have to understand why our children or our springs of hip hop start to take its course, and like, okay, well, we can't get to Quick, we can't get to Dre, we can't get to Battlecat, we can't get to Dazzy or J-Dee. Well, who is how what we gonna do? Then they start to create a new movement to find their identity and who they are. So, you know, I take some of the blame on why West Coast felt like it did, because I understand now that I had enough money to sit down and go back to school and retool myself so I could become a businessman and be an extension of great people like Barry Gordy or whoever else that was successful in being the A&R vice president on this West Coast side. You know, it's amazing. We had the Jazzy D's. I got to give it to him. So he helped us too.
I love Jazzy, and I you know what? That story you just gave up about Dazzy D, man. I love Dazzy for hearing that, man. Cat, I know we got to let you go, bro. What can the people look forward to?
Wait a minute. I just got one question. It is short. I just got one question for nigga Cat, and it's short, homie.
And I'm so glad.
Cat.
Yes.
Cat. Squeeze your balls, my nigga. Who the fuck did you sample on that beatbox, my nigga?
The legendary, the legendary Biz Markie.
Get out
before he left. My name is Biz Markie. You know what? I want to. I sampled him twice. I did a record with Razcast when I was signed to Madonna. That was the first time I used it, but the second time, I love hip hop and its contribution and the voices and the leaders of that came from that coast, and I just want to always put a familiar element in anything that I do new, because I just felt that the world didn't understand who were these giants and inspiration to us falling in love with music and hip hop on another level, because I didn't even know beatbox like that could exist like that. You're talking about the Fat Boys and Dougie Fresh themselves. So that was one of the elements that inspired me to do so. You know, it was Biz Markie, and I think the strings was from. No, I don't even want to say where that came from. The claps came from Roger Troutman. The music, everything else musically got belong to the. You know, it's always keeping Roger Troutman and George Clinton. You know, they one thing them guys did for me is just showed me that how you can funk through a situation, no matter how hard life can be, you can always funk through it, even though it's funky and it smells and you don't like it. But it's just something about the expression of funk, man. It just gives you an attitude of just let's go. I can't just sit down and leave my head between my legs and be a sad puppy, man. Get your ass up and be resilient, and it being an extension of greatness through your gift, man. That's just what it is with me with funk. So.
Salute.
So I know that JD, you had something that you wanted to say before.
No, I'm gonna let Daz rap, put the bow on it, man. I'm gonna let Daz put the bow on. This is only fitting.
Battlecat, man, that was genius that you used that sample, brother, and it showed your genius and it shows your knowledge of hip hop, brother. And I really love you for that, bro. For real, for real. I'm glad you came and blessed us with this conversation, man. I'm glad you was able to tell your story that you probably haven't told in a while, and I'm glad that the people that's following us and listening to us got to hear your story, brother.
Hell yeah. Thank you, homie.
Thank you, God, for having me. So Chuck Field, Chuck D, Dazzy, J-Dee, man. I got something special for you guys that you both of you as MCs ain't gotta wait longer. That's why I'm showing this backdrop, because I just cooked up about 15 new ones along with the thousands of other ones I have. I don't want to do internet producing, so we gotta find a way where we can see each other face to face.
I got a lab out here in Vegas, or we could go to your house. I'll drive to California and meet up with you and Dazzy. I'll make it real simple.
Yeah, let's do that, because
Chuck D,
Chuck D, man, I love you, man. Thank you for having me on here.
Love you, Uncle Chuck.
Man, thank you, Chuck, for putting this together. Thank you for believing in us. Thank you for having these gentlemen, for being a voice for the unheard and unsung, or anyone of my status. We salute, man. I love you, man. Thank you, brother. And so just to sum it up, I know it's something that I need to make sure that this is felt. I know I'm saying this for whoever watching, but I have something I need to finish with these two MCs that's on here. I got to give them their just due. J-Dee's home. I haven't gave him his welcome package.
You made a promise at the Toyota Arena that night, getting off the Mount Westmore stage.
Yes.
Getting off the Mount Westmore stage, you made me a promise. You said, J-Dee, I got a whole EP for you.
So guess what I'm doing? I'm coming there this weekend, because me and Corrupt have our get down at the Melanin Bay. So I will have my package to give you face to face.
Ooh, and I'm gonna see
Dazzy, I need to see you face to face. I'm not doing internet producing. Even if I gotta drive with my wife and book a hotel and come out there where you at, I want to see you face to face and hand you your gifts face to face as well, man.
Shout out to my brother Battlecat, everybody. We love you, my brother. Thank you, man. Everything. We all got your numbers and your email, so you can act like we gonna fuck the shit out you. We love you, brother.
Yes. Thank y'all for having me. Beautiful show, man. J-Dee presents Behind the Bars. Dope show, dope podcast. Thank you.
And you know what? The history is beautiful, and we love you for it. But that jacket, homie, you killing it on hood.
Big shout out to Egyptian Lover, man. That's one of my big homies. Thank y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, that was lovely. That was lovely. Dazzy, you brought a fucking historian on here, man. Shout out to my boy Dre from Budlong. Shout out to my man, Mr. Executive. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Uncle Chuck D. I ain't seen Chuck D pop that too many of our guests too tough, man, in a while. Uncle Chuck, love BC, man. Cat is a legend, man. Cat a legend.
Yeah, hey, shout out to Ice Mike too, because Ice Mike threw out another cold record. He was talking about Leon. I didn't know Leon did a misdemeanor.
Yeah, me either. Oh, well, you know Leon. You talking about Leon Silvers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know they did misdemeanor. I know misdemeanor. Yeah, Hotline.
Ice Mike for that one.
Yeah, Misdemeanor, Hotline, and a couple of more motherfucking songs by the Silvers. But I didn't know that nigga produced for the Whispers.
Yeah.
Man, we love you too, Battlecat. Battlecat just texted me, said, I love you, fam. I'm going to see y'all soon, bro.
Absolutely. That's dope.
You know, but yeah, hey, Chuckified, you got my eyeballs open on white fragility. We going back to that.
All right.
We going back to white fragility, bro. White fragility is that shit. That shit, you finna make me order that shit. I'm finna go to Amazon. I'm about to find that shit. I'm finna get that book delivered me in the next 2 days. And I'm about to pick this motherfucker apart, bro. You know,
Dude, you got it yet? If you ain't ordered, I'll send you a copy.
Man, I would love for you to send me a copy. I'll text you
I'll send y'all both a copy. Y'all shoot me your address.
I'm gonna send you my mailing address right now after we get off the air. But I'm
telling
you,
hey, Chuck, don't send him shit. He still owe me a box of narcotics.
I don't know you're a box nigga.
Friday.
I don't know you a box.
Let me solo you, J-Dee, so everybody can see.
I didn't say I was sending the box. I said I was sending you niggas some out the box. That's that Good Day Kush, and that's that motherfucking Friday Kush. Don't be playing.
That's right.
Look at that shit. Ooh, look at that shit.
Look at
this shit is 54% THC. And this shit will have your mustache sweating. And I got your address, motherfucker, but I don't want to mail no motherfucking weed and no motherfucking mail until I get my plastic shrink wrap shit. You ain't gonna have me put myself in the jailhouse because you want motherfucking 10 free pre-rolls that got 54% THC. You gonna have me in jail talking about, well, J-Dee's behind the bars, so we're gonna do behind the bars while he behind the bars.
Huh?
Literally. Right back to the bullshit.
Right. Hopefully the hard rhymers signed off at this point, but if not, you know, I just roll along with these brothers.
You know what? We already know you a motherfucking witness in court. That's why we got somebody with your address.
Oh, come on.
We already know you're a witness in court. J-Dee and Dazzy did it. I ain't got no time to be separated from these kids. I'm a white man from Kentucky.
I would not
snitch. From Kentucky. I'm a white guy from Kentucky. I ain't got no time being separated from these kids of mine. J-Dee and Dazzy did it. Dazzy handed him the gun and J-Dee shot it.
Oh no, come on.
That's just how it's gonna go. We dead, Dazzy fucking with So Chuckified. We dead, nigga.
I just want to say this. Chuck D was in our show tonight, like in the chat. Like,
I love Chuck
D. Tuning in because you know what? Chuck D's a historian. Legend.
That's legendary, bro. That's legendary. Just like this Good Day Kush is legendary. It's legendary. 54% THC. You know what I'm saying? I gave my co-worker and two of my supervisors a couple of pre-rolls out of an old box. They didn't come back to work. They called in and said, look, we done for the day, but y'all can take off around 5. That's when I called y'all early that day.
Oh, is that right?
That's when I called y'all early that day. I can tell y'all now, project almost over.
Shit, hey man, can we bump some of that Battlecat?
Hey, can we get some of that back? Hey, can you play Winner Takes All from Battlecat?
Well, I'm gonna have to find it. So y'all.
You got Apple Music?
I got you.
You got YouTube?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
You white, nigga. You got everything. You white. You got everything. C-Doc is more of a brother than you. You really like Kentucky white.
Oh man.
Yeah, I went on C-Doc last night. C-Doc was like, hey, look, J-Dee, check it out, homie. Whatever you need, you got that, bro. I'm like, C-Doc, you cool as a motherfucker. Chuckified won't even talk to me. He was like, okay, I'm busy. Call me back.
Dude, C-Doc been kicking it with Chuck D for years. I just met your ass. I got to get comfortable.
That's what it is then.
Listen, I'm half afraid of you, dog.
Hey,
you know what? Then I'm going to light your gas tank on fire. I'm going to light your gas tank on fire just for saying some old ninth grade shit like that.
Hey, man, stop fire you up like that, Chuck. You getting red.
Hey, Chuck, hey, I'm a regular ass dude. Hey, Dazzy, you think I'm going to buy into this shit? Just because he said you think I'm going to buy it? Come on, man. Just because he sell it, come on, man. This is the dangerous ass of Kentuckian. This is a former Derby winner. Think I'm gonna buy his shit? I love Chuck, man. Chuck keep me on my toes. Chuck keep me on my toes. Chuck is sharp as fuck. Chuck sharp as fuck. So listen here, y'all. Next week we got my man Munchie B. Munchie B is my Damu brother, man, from Inglewood, man. Munchie B is a beast, too. And we got a song together called Stay Ready. So I want everybody to go ahead and
J-Dee, that's just hard, huh?
Yeah, Stay Ready.
Hard, J-Dee.
Up, man. And we got Honey Hustle.
No. You know what, though? Nigga, you came off on that motherfucker, huh?
And I just laughed at the nigga because I said, can I write something dark? Because he had something too bright. I was like, I don't want to write no light, happy shit to that, bro. He said, well, write whatever you want to write. And so that's what came to me. Shit been manny. I'm telling niggas shit been manny. Niggas robbing their plugs. Now they robbing their aunties, nigga. Niggas just the other day, Lil Frog got smacked. Shared his location at a Chitty Chicken Shack. Ratchet ass bitch crossed him up and got him killed. But it's just another day of running drills in the field, nigga. Everybody balling. Let them tell it they're a legend. But get caught lacking in this news at 11. Caught that nigga shopping with his bitch and his baby. Brand new 580, navy blue Mercedes. Shot that nigga twice in his head, hit his bitch between the eyes, and jogged away slow while the baby just cried. That's dark. But I know somebody that happened to like that. Like Chuck D said, J-Dee blessed the world with real skits on America's Most Wanted. Chuck, you had me in the booth for 2 hours, bro. They wouldn't give me no water. They wouldn't give me no water. They let me drink old English and no water. You know, so I'm sitting in the booth with a $24,000 check in my pocket, and they got me talking. Q got me talking for 2 hours. If you ever hear McDonald's, my spot, do you know who the fuck that is in the background laughing? That's Chuck D. That's Chuck D.
Is it? Shut up.
On my mama. That's Chuck D in the background laughing his motherfucking ass off. What you used to do? Jack them motherfuckers for the Nissan trucks? Right in the drive-through. He wanted anger. Like he said, we wanted anger, but they ended up getting the nigga the clown. And it went further than just being mad. They had me talk for 2 hours. And we had Ricky Harris, rest in peace. Ricky was a fool. That's what Snoop Dogg them got him from. Snoop Dogg them stole Ricky from us. W balls. You know? Straight on.
Dude, I'm telling you, I mean, truth. Go back and watch episode 1. Cocaine sets the record straight. ATL had G-Funk.
And the lynch mob on the first Righteous Skits. Ice Cube and the lynch mob on the first Righteous Skits. We had fun with that shit. And Chuck D, I'm telling you, he had me in the booth for 2 hours at Echo Sound. We were at Echo Sound, 1990. And then we flew from there to Green Street to record all of this shit. And Jinx was producing, Hank Shockley, you know, Eric Sadler, you know.
Bomb Squad.
Yeah, the Bomb Squad were doing their thing. So we was on Green Street. That's why I got a chance to meet Jam Master Jay and DMC. I never got a chance to meet Run until like later in the game when they were in New Orleans. But that night, these niggas was drinking 40s on the sidewalk, smoking blunts. And I was like, nigga, you talking about your dream come true? You know, you talking about your dream come true, brother? You talking about, you know, your dream come true? You got Run DMC, you got Jam Master Jay and D right here? You winning.
Yes, sir. Yeah, shout out to Ricky Harris. Ricky Harris shot Everybody Want to Be a Gangster. He directed that.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Shockley did?
No, Ricky Harris.
Oh, Ricky Harris, he directed that?
Yeah.
Yep, Chuck said J-Dee was bi-coastal authority. Chuck knew everything, but I just was in love with like I told him last night on the show last night. It was Awesome 2 last night. And then they had Sugar Bear. And then they had Donald D. You know, Donald D is a legend, bro. You know, you go back to the Bronx, bro. You Donald D from Brooklyn to the Bronx, you know what I'm saying? Donald D is a legend. You know, Brooklyn and the Bronx, bro. The Bronx, they rep Donald D. You know, Donald D go all the way back to Chuck Chill Out and Red Alert. You know, this is before Kid Capri.
Yeah.
You know? And so I go back like that with it. You know? I go like
Listen,
that.
I hate to break up a good thing, but it's time to ring in this last video and we got to sign off because these people, well, I know I need to go to bed because my old lady's waiting.
Well, you tell me what? You know what? We always controlled by the white man. When you want to pull a plug, Mr. White Man?
Dog, you over here checking you.
We want to pull a plug now. Is it bad? Is a light out behind the bars now, Mr. White Man? Huh?
That's my penance. I'll take it.
The key. Okay, Warden. I'm on your ass like pockets,
Warden.
What you got for us, baby? What you got for us?
We have full instrumental here.
That's dope, ain't it? Now he dope, ain't it? Battlecat dope. Jazzy got the shit, Jazzy got him open, nothing, Brian with it. He can keep it fucking cracking with it. Yeah.
Love y'all, man.
Yeah, we're gonna catch y'all next week with Motion B. Yeah, man.
I love you, my brother. Go Chuckify.
I know you do, dog. I know you do. I wouldn't fuck with you if you did.
Jazzy, I love you, my brother. Y'all be making this shit fun, man.
All right, y'all. Next week, same time, same bat channel. We're gonna let you go out with Battlecat and Amplified. Shout out to Battlecat, Chuck D, Channel 0.
Shout out to Battlecat. Shout out to Chuck D and Channel 0. I love you, Uncle Chuck.